Mr. Leong's question may have been prompted by the recent burglaries which appear to be linked to foreign syndicates involving Chinese nationals. The police had previously provided a comprehensive update on this issue. 3 Chinese nationals have been arrested. Another 14 Chinese nationals are of interest to the police, but they remain overseas. To answer Mr. Leong's question directly, there has been no increase in the number or percentage of short-term visitors from China arrested in Singapore since the mutual visa exemption arrangements were implemented in February this year. Even if we take into account the 14 Chinese nationals I referred to earlier, the percentage of Chinese visitors arrested in Singapore would be lower than the corresponding percentage last year. A visa regime is not a foolproof way to keep unwanted characters away. It enables us to pre-screen individuals before they travel to Singapore. If they have antecedents of concern, their visa application will be rejected. The need to apply for a visa and to submit supporting documentation also acts as a deterrence. But no visa regime will completely weed out undesirable visitors, and neither will it stop them from committing crimes here. The Immigration and Checkpoints Authority, ICA, adopts a risk-based, multi-layered approach to assess a foreign traveller when he is at our checkpoints. Over the years, the systems have been upgraded. The checks have become more robust, and the overall level of security has been enhanced. It may surprise Mr. Leong to know that the percentage of travellers who are refused entry into Singapore has in fact increased with ICA's new clearance concept and automated clearance. Why? Because checks are now further upstream and we leverage technology even more extensively. Pre-arrival, ICA uses advanced passenger information, including flight manifest and information from the SG arrival card to conduct data analytics and a risk assessment of travellers through its integrated target centre. Let me repeat that. Pre-arrival, the ICA uses advanced passenger information, including flight manifest and information from the SG arrival card to conduct data analytics and a risk assessment of travellers through its integrated targeting centre. Upon arrival, all travellers, including those at the automated lanes, are screened against a watch list of persons of interest, as well as those who have been flagged by ICA's integrated targeting centre to be of higher risk. Such individuals are stopped for more stringent information and such individuals are stopped for more stringent immigration and security checks. ICA's automated lanes are supported by biometrics. Repeat travellers, including those who had committed crimes in Singapore, who try to enter via a different identity, will be flagged by our biometric database because we would have captured their biometrics on their previous visit. Because we have automated more processes, more ICA officers can be deployed to conduct profiling of travellers at the automated immigration lanes, which complements the back-end risk assessment. Those spotted to be exhibiting suspicious behaviours will be sieved out for questioning. Mr. Leong's questions may have been prompted by fears of foreigners committing crimes in Singapore. The only way we can be sure that foreigners will not commit crimes here is to close our borders to them. But doing so would destroy Singapore's economy. Singapore and Singaporeans benefit from the tourism revenue and employment opportunities that foreigners, including those from China, bring. Just as an example, the tourism sector contributed $27.2 billion in tourism receipts in 2023 and employed more than 71,000 workers as of December 2023. The sector also contributed on average 3% of Singapore's GDP over the last 10 years from 2014 to 2023, excluding 2020 to 2022 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In addition to being an important economic contributor, Tourism plays an essential role in reinforcing Singapore's status as a vibrant global city that is a magnet for capital, businesses, and talent. It also enhances the quality and diversity of leisure options for local residents and helps to create a living environment that Singaporeans can be proud to call home. There is no way to realize these ambitions if we erect walls and keep visitors out. Our neighbors, Malaysia and Thailand, have also rolled out initiatives to boost tourism. For instance, to attract Chinese visitors, they have implemented visa exemption, increased flight frequencies, and promoted cultural and entertainment experiences that appeal to Chinese travelers. The mutual visa exemption with China was a carefully assessed and weighed decision that the security, criminal, and immigration risks were manageable, and that the economic and bilateral benefits would be significant, and that overall, it is in Singapore's interest to have this arrangement with China.
But first of all, I would like to stress that neither I nor PSP had ever advocated a closed Singapore. We understand the benefits of an open society and open economy. But as the number of foreigners or foreign visitors increased over time, I think we will need additional measures to protect the security of our country and our society. As such, I want to ask you, given that indeed some of the Chinese nationals had come to Singapore and commit crimes like scams, money laundering, and now even burglaries, is the government considering tougher penalties on these cross-border criminal activities? I think we need to, in addition to all the measures that the SMS had explained just now, that we may need to also increase the deterrent on people coming to Singapore and commit crimes.
First and foremost, thank you for confirming PSP's stance to keep Singapore open to foreigners and to visitors, because that is critical to Singapore's economy and to continue to have Singapore be a vibrant place for residents and visitors alike. On transnational crime, there are various aspects to it. There is human trafficking, drug trafficking, there are online scams. Burglary is not exactly a transnational crime, but I think when Mr. Leong referred to it, he meant it in terms of foreigners who may come to Singapore to commit such crimes. And over the years, we have been revising our CPC, our penal code, to enhance our measures to take into account all these offences. Mr. Leong would also be familiar with the whole slew of measures that we have undertaken recently and also moving forward when it comes to online scams. So I take Mr. Leong's point that with increasing number of visitors, and not only that, the increasing use of technology to commit transnational crimes, that we must always monitor and review our laws to make sure that they take into account the evolving nature of crimes.